right here. You don't want to pile soil around here. Some trees don't mind it, but some do. So if you don't know, it's best to just make sure that this gets planted, at grade. Do you like to bury it down, like a little bit, so the water can go, so the water can go in? Yeah. So yeah, you can do it that way. If you're in drought tolerant ones, sometimes we mound it to keep the water away. But in this case, we'll put it a little bit.
Capture what little rain.
In a basin.
Yes. And like a place that rains a lot, you can make a mound, but if you make like a dip almost.
Yeah, in this case, you want to make it like a basin. So we'll need to backfill a bunch of soil. So it's good that it got dug out because now it's all soft. But I think I mentioned in the class we've been digging square holes.
Yeah, we use both, right?
Yeah, mix it. Good. You got a system. Great.
It's tough to do square holes in sand.
Don't put that in there. I like it.
So is this the topsoil and this is the subsoil?
No, this is compost.
That's compost. Okay.
So mix it up.
Well, one of the things, there's many ways. This will be good for it. But also, we've got to make sure we have some to go around here. One of my teachers taught me, which I thought was really funny, and it's true with anything you're transplanting, he always says, give the food to the baby. So he said, you don't just take a bunch of peas and throw them in the direction of a high chair and expect the baby to be able to eat them. So if you want, you want to make sure that this baby gets food now too. But now it's got its little pantry down here, so when it grows down deeper. But I generally put mostly compost near the surface. Okay. Yeah, most of it. There's a lot of different schools of how to do this.
There's lots of
Yeah, we need some more in there.
Scuba.
No.
Okay.
Do we need some more soil?
No, I think
lots of
good for
compost.
now. Leave it for now. I think it's good. Yeah, we'll give it lots of compost.
Now?
Well, wait. Try to save this thing again. I don't like putting plastic in the land. This is not very root bound. Somebody want to...
Can you break it up a bit? Is that okay?
Yeah, I guess we'll okay, there we go. Okay, so this is not root bound. In fact, it's got very few little roots. Okay, so go ahead and... compost? Yeah, I'd compost around it.
Okay.
You can go ahead and mix it 50-50.
You want a little soil too?
Yeah. Oops, this baby. This is a little premature to be planting, actually.
But it'll make you because that's a tough legume. That's tough.
Oh, it's tough, then that's
good.
good.
Make it huge. That should be 150 foot tall.
150 feet?
Yeah. Okay, so now we'll put this. Go ahead.
Where are they from
make sure we get some compost around its roots.
Indonesia. It takes winds and hurricanes. They make guitars. They make marimbas out of it. That's strong wood. It's the legume.
Oh. And once you pull on those feeder roots, you got to bury the crown a little bit just to support it, right?
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
I think it's enough soil. We should put some compost down.
Compost?
Yeah.
Normally I wouldn't put too small trees, but for this exercise, let's try it. I think
normally you wouldn't what?
I wait like you said. It's kind of premature.
Yeah.
I have about 50 of those. It's a big tree. Let's give it a try.
Okay, so go ahead and just fill this hole in.
Put it up and give it water and give it a kiss and it'll make it.
Both 50-50. Usually what we do.
Do you think that, does it work here to put rocks around the tree and collect water with rocks?
Oh, yeah, it helps.
Yeah. You know what else it does too, the rocks? Sun will heat up the rocks and it keeps things kind of warm and cool. Like it moderates the temperature like extreme conditions. Yeah.
If you have sensitive tree species that don't like to be buried too deeply, then it's a good idea not to dig the hole so deep, but to keep the hole pretty shallow but wide, because that soil underneath it is going to compact and settle a little bit, and the tree, you risk the tree settling, which can kill it.
Well, what do you think? Do you see how it's kind of, this is kind of, I don't know, what do you think? Should we stake it or not stake it?
It's okay, it's tough. It gives the character a little wind action.
It's best to not stake trees.
But then you get them tight and they get a great root right there where we have a collar. But give it water, that's for sure. Need some water.
Yeah, so give it some, do we have
And
water?
then I make a nice rim, make a nice soil under it.
Oh yeah, you want to make like a nice like rim around here?
Then put some mulch on top.
Use the rest of the compost to make the rim, right?
Yeah.
Just like that, or?
Make it. Yeah, you can make it a
Yeah,
little
we
bigger
charge
on
the
this side.
compost,
You
yeah.
can maybe take some of this soil that's around there and just put it all
Yeah,
around.
there you go. It's good. And then we'll
Make
take
a nice
compost.
rim.
Yeah, you just throw it
And the compost. There you go.
Lots of compost there too.
Yeah, and
Still.
it's really good. I like that, of course.
You know, another thing too, if you feel like you've damaged the roots at all, you can also take off some of the leaves. So if you've damaged
Really? To
you know, say if
counteract
you've
it?
damaged 30% of the roots, you have to take off at least 30% of the leaves, and that way it won't even wilt. Because what happens is these are evapotranspirating all the time, and if when you transplant, you want less of that to be happening,
Yeah.
so the plant doesn't wilt. So if you take off some of the leaves, like you could, you know, theoretically take off these little. I'm afraid to do it. I don't have a good pruner.
a knife?
Yeah. Do you want to do it? Just take off these little tiny leaves at the bottom and just leave the ones at the top.
Just cut it?
Gently.